What, he's found him married? He's found him married? Who?
She owned an house, she's still living with an old fucking spastic jack though, isn't she? Wank.
I want to beat him up, you know, when I see him. Fuck you, See you later, mate. See you later, Christmas.
Come and see chatting with punks, come on. No, we ain't punks, come on. Skunk
Chris, you're a cunt. You have got money.
I ain't got no fucking money, I swear.
So
I'll see you in a minute, alright?
Just think.
Yeah, alright, so alright. I ain't got no money, I swear.
So where are we going to get a drink?
I don't know. Go and nick one off the bar.
Can I have some at yours?
See you later, alright? So, chin.
Alright,
It's Saturday, son. What do you think about the content, right? We'll work the riff out on that, right? And we'll see how the bowling.
excuse me, please.
Bloody cunt who's got any money.
I don't want to get in your, you know what I mean?
Alright, Sal.
I promise
What? Do I know you? Do I know you, Harry? Do I know you? Oh, sorry, mate. Seems like a nice boy.
Never had a job, never had a car. You left school, but you didn't get that far. Always on the dole, never had work. Cheers, Maggie, I feel a jerk. One of Maggie's millions, the national debt gets more. She must be forking out billions to carry on feeding the poor. You can meet us all over the place, saying the country's a big disgrace. What we need is another war. Let off the atom bomb, kill the poor. Get me a job, buy me a lager at a bar. All I want is a normal life, free of debts and worry and strife.
Say, wherefore peace, war is hazardous to your health. There are no winners in a war, everyone loses something. Yeah, all right. Graffiti massage. most skinheads stick together, you know what I mean? It's something to identify with. And that's why a lot of people don't like skinheads, because they're frightened, because they realise that they are a force, you know what I mean? That they all stick together. Jeans. So if I just put a bit of bleach in it, I'll go white again, wouldn't I? Yeah, right. I'm just putting my jeans in with this stuff, right? And then he's putting all his whites in with mine, all his white socks and t-shirt. Alright then. I won't buy the bleach.
I can't wear mine anymore.
Wear what?
My bleach is too short, mate.
It only works, isn't it? I'd say it's like music first, and then girls, you know what I mean? Football and all that, you know, going out with your mates and all that. Violence just doesn't really come into it, you know. It's just nobody talks about it. The papers pull out the violence thing too much, you know what I mean?
Nice t-shirts, isn't it?
We're both adopted, like me and my brother. Because like she was only 16 then, like 1959, it weren't on the thing like unmarried mother of 16. So like she ran away to Brighton and I was born, and I was put up for adoption. And in those days, right, my dad had he'd been working in Edinburgh University with X-rays, and the doctor told him that, you know, you better be careful not to have children in case they were deformed. So like they adopted me, and then they adopted my brother as well. He just comes round and, you know, slags off my mum whenever he comes round, you know, shouts at her and all that, because he's learned all these new words at college or whatever, you know, he thinks he's really big. He went to Charterhouse. I went to a good school, got expelled though. I went to Seaford College. I hated it. I kept going down, lad, and my brother kept going up, sort of thing. Everything I did was worse, and he always kept doing better things. And we sort of like split. I went one way, he went the other way. I'm the black sheep of the family, but I'm the most loved, sort of thing, you know what I mean? Oi, is that all I'll get for 10p?
I'll bang it.
What do you mean bang it? Your 10p's gone through?
Yeah, we'll put it under and bang it well. Oh, it's empty.
You fill it up?
No.
Can you fill it up?
We haven't got no soap powder now. You have to go and buy soap powder now.
When I was at this public school now, the way they teach you as though you're never going to be on the dole, you're never going to be poor, you know what I mean? They teach you so that when you leave school, you've got this, you look down on everybody, you know what I mean? I mean, like, my brother goes around calling people plebs and working class and all that, which is really pathetic, you know? That's how he's brought up, you know, it's really, makes me sick. I laugh at him, you know what I mean? I see the head boy that was at the school, I beat him up. Look, excuse me, there's only a little bit of colour on that, that'll be right, wouldn't it?
Well, you take that chance. You take that chance. When you're using bleach, my love, you take that little chance.
Boy, go and get some powder, will you? Real small, cheap powder out of coal. Well, it's really cheap, like. And then when I got expelled, I went to this sort of like special school. 7 people in the class. Then I sort of, when I left that, you know, I sort of like fell in with the wrong crowd of people, you know, and sort of started thieving and all that, and me and my mate got drunk one night, and we was going to burgle our next door, my next door neighbours. So I ended up burgling my mum, like, nicking the money out of her house. Yeah, I got took to court and everything. I got 2 years probation, and I got 2 years probation, and I was sort of like put in care in the hostel.
All
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. I think all this thing about adoption is bad, because I mean, somebody's bothered to adopt you and look after you for 20 odd years, you know what I mean, and care for you and all that, and love you like their own child. What's the point of going, sort of kicking them in the face and going to find your real parents? I mean, I wonder sometimes, you know, but I'd never go around there.
And my mum was 16, my real mum. I mean,
So is
the
my mum.
adopted mum now, what she like, 55.
Yeah, my real mum's 16 as well. Was, I don't know where she is
Mum was
now.
twin, I don't know.
I don't know, I don't care.
I've gone and seen.
Sorry, is that where you try your mum like shit?
I don't mind as long as I've got a roof over my head, I suppose.
Huh?
I says I don't mind as long as I've got a roof over my head.
Do you love him?
Huh?
Do you love him? Do you love your mum?
She's alright.
I think you always take it for granted that they're going to be there, you know what I mean? And then one day they're going to die. I'll get plenty of money, I think. I don't think it's an important thing, you know what I mean? My brother's always saying, like, oh, when mum and dad die, I'm going to get the money and all that, you know what I mean? Which is, yeah, which is stupid, you know what I mean? And like my mum says to me, whenever I have an argument, she goes, when I die, I'm going to leave you nothing. I was like, oh, please, mum. You know,
I can't say that.
Your mum wouldn't leave you nothing. She hates you.
I know.
Nah, she must make you alright, otherwise she wouldn't worry all the time, would she?
Depends, doesn't it?
Where's Paul living in flats? Hey? Have I got his money? No.
Serious?
You know I'm living there?
I couldn't hurry.
Living here? Oh! God, that flash.
No, I had a few fights.
This one?
I had nothing really that serious except for my back, really.
And another turning.
She's not right. Is it this block?
No, it's not.
What block is it?
It's not so bad.
That one back down?
Yeah. That was about a year back. That was at a disco, and then that's when I turned Skinheads, and I went up there with some mates and a fight broke out. I tried keeping out of it, I didn't want to know. I went downstairs to the end of the stairs, and I turned around to see what was happening. Somebody shouted me from the top of the stairs. Turned around, and someone came up and put a knife in my back. Do you know where Paul Crane lives?
Huh?
Crane.
No.
Do you live in here?
No, I live in
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, next one's second floor.
Yeah,
I mean, now I've got punctured lung, that's going to catch up to me when I'm older, isn't it? Going to feel pains in my back and everything, can I? That's what the doctor said to me anyway.
Good afternoon.
Hello, it's Roy there.
Who's this?
It's Andrew.
Andrew, you want Roy?
Yeah.
What's
Hello? Roy?
Yes. I couldn't decipher your message this morning on the answering machine. What's all this about the police?
Yeah, it's about the stabbing thing. It come up today. You know, I prosecuted that bloke.
I don't know. You haven't told me you prosecuted anybody.
Well, Ted knows about it. I mean, it's been going for about a year. You know when I got stabbed?
Yeah, well, that come on Saturday.
Because that's when he phoned me up for some reason. The witnesses only knew on a Thursday. He let me know Saturday night. Honestly, I'll give you his number.
Yeah, well, how comes you had a sore throat Saturday as well?
I did, I was ill. Honestly.
You was ill?
Yeah, I wasn't pulling your leg. Honestly, I was ill.
So have you finished this case now?
Yeah, well, it's been adjourned.
Why has it been adjourned?
I don't know, because he pleaded not guilty or something.
So now you've got to go to court all over again?
I don't know, but yeah, within the next 2 weeks, I think.
Jesus Christ. All right then. Where are you now?
Well, I'm at home now.
All right, you better stay there because you won't find Harry today.
Well, what's happened?
He's out working.
Yeah. So what shall I do then?
You better start with home today and I'll ring him and tell him to pick you up in the morning.
All right then. Hey! Hey! Come out a minute. Oh, come and have a look at this. Quick, look.
Oh, John, yeah.
Glue bag, look. I used to sniff glue. I don't know why I've done it. It's just something you like to try out a few times. You get hooked on it for a while.
Are you going over there?
No. We was doing it once downstairs. My dad came in and he sort of caught us at it. He wouldn't talk to me for about 2-3 weeks after that, and you know, I really felt low and everything.
What? It's asking if you've got your stuff on you.
You know, so it's up to you, you know, pull yourself together or oh, I never want to know you again, so I just did, I gave it up. It used to make you go back to things like good things that happened to you in life, do you know what I mean? This was in a hotel that we were staying in Paris.
You see him?
Yeah.
How are you going? Come out with me.
See, got when people on the balcony. This is where the church was. This is where the bloke come up and had a proper go at us. I filmed him having a go at us. So he still started kicking
Oh,
the
that's not
church.
bad with his car or something.
There it is. See the bloke come out, started, there's me.
little fatty brownie.
It's like Ernie, didn't
There's, see the bloke having a go at us, look. Oh, that's some French punk we met over there. He's a skinhead now, so he's Patrick. See him? And the one with the beard is doing life in prison. Killed someone.
I reckon I hate the police as much as blacks, you know. I really do hate them, police. They fit you up something chronic, you know what I mean? I mean, the thing that made me laugh, right, is me, him and this other geezer were down Carnaby Street, and there's a big fight down here. And we got nicked for it, all right? And we was up in court. And the copper said, all right, that I was going down Oxford Street. This is in broad daylight, kicking in the windows, cigarilling, pushing on women and all that, didn't they? You know what I mean? And another time we was up in court for letting off these little bangers, all right? You just drop them on the ground and they blow up, all right? And all these little German tourists were letting off in Carnaby Street, all right? My mate let off one, 4 of us got nicked for it. Charged under Explosives Act and then the Terrorist Act and all that, 1975 and all that shit. And then, like, it was up in court, all right? And case dismissed the game, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It's just a waste of time and public money, you know what I mean? It's pathetic.
She's trying to keep us at the West End, isn't they?
Oh yeah, in the summer they hate you going out the West End, you know what I mean? And all that, you know?
Don't like the tourist scene, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, you know, they like pretend you don't exist sort of thing. It's the same with anybody, you know what I mean? The only time the police have ever been alright was at Southall, I think. That was all.
Because we helped them.
It's because we helped them. If we hadn't have helped them, they'd have got battered.
Because we never liked running from the
Well, you know,
people what was throwing petrol bombs.
I mean, you know, 'cause we didn't run right, they was running. And when we all come out and helped them, right, they stood. And they was going, you know, thanks a lot and all that, you know. And then the next day, you know, they can't admit that they can't do their own job, so they sort of like send the papers like that.
But
That was all our fault and all
I
that.
don't really blame him that way. I think it's just the fucking papers. It looks better for them to print that Skins were chucking petrol bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they say it was a fucking Pakistanis, right, who's going to believe that? It looks better when we get the blame done it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just went true.
It's true. I mean, if we got never, I mean, my mate, all right,
Got years,
was involved in the right in Battersea, all right. He got 4 months, all right, for having a bottle in his hand, all right. And yet, what about all the, you know, blacks and all that that get caught in the riots? You know what I mean? They just let him off.
In the interest of racial harmony, wasn't it?
It's racial harmony, but it's going too much on their side, do you know what I mean? Which is unfair. What about us? It's our country, isn't it? I mean, you won't have it, you know what I mean? Because whatever they say, they'd always be like, you know, you'll never get racial harmony because there's always people that, you know, will never get on with the other kind.
They've got too many people looking after them, ain't they? You know what I mean? They can go to these bodies and everything and voice a complaint. Yeah. We ain't got anywhere to go.
Yeah, it's been on all day for weeks and weeks.
Harry used to have all them old skinny records, didn't he?
We've still got quite a few of them.
Yeah, but they're sort of more reggae, ain't they? Then?
A lot of the kids nick the covers.
Have they? Oh.
We've got to sort them all out, see what's missing.
You used to be a skinhead, didn't you?
Yeah, in my heyday.
When you were young?
Yeah.
Right, 30 years ago. Didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, not 30 years, either.
Norman Bates. Who's this?
Mind you, the girls were better then.
Were they?
Yeah, it didn't look so butch.
Butch.
Yeah. I sort of had feather cuts, you know, and they wore their trousers longer.
Are you listening? No. You want to be? Yeah. It's that like Indian reservation,
They never wore boots either. They wore moccasins.
No.
They did.
Rockabillys wear moccasins.
What?
Rockabillys wear moccasins.
Yeah, but Skinheads did years ago.
What about loafers? Monkey boots?
No, not the girls, the boys.
Boys used to wear monkey boots?
Yeah, and the trousers right up and the braces. Girls wouldn't wear braces. Let's go to, and there's 1 or 2 deaths and all.
Eh?
There's quite a few deaths and all.
Deaths?
What, in feet?
Fights, yeah. Drownings and all that.
Yeah, because it was rockers then, wasn't it? Were you fighting rockers, were you?
Yeah, rockers.
Were they hard? Chains, weren't they? All chains and...
That's it, chains,
padlocks.
knuckle dusters, all that they used to have, yeah. Used to be terrible.
Fate were mods.
Your
fate were mods?
No, we were mods first of all. And then, but the skinheads and mods never fought. Because we all were mods.
Do now?
What?
Do now?
Oh, they do now, yeah.
Well, skinheads fight them mods. Mods don't fight the skinheads, do they?
No.
Northern mods do, but not the... London mods ain't respected, are they? Northern mods respected. Because they've been mods for years, you know what I mean? And sort of more sort of scooter boys, you know, they really do up their scooter as well.
Yeah.
Did you have a scooter?
No, I used to ride on the back of them, though. Live out by myself.
I'm getting one.
Huh?
Well, I've been saying I've been going to get one for a year, but it's never had the cash now, you know. I'll get Lambretta, but I don't like the Vespers. Let's try that one. Just a short one. Slow bit. Riding along on the crystal.
When I was a punk for a while. And people are scared shitless to go, look, he's got green hair or he's got red hair or whatever, and they really used to stop and stare. But now, I mean, I suppose because of the violence associated with it, skinheads got a greater shock value. But I'd rather put my aggression out through my appearance than through my behaviour. I mean, there's geezers round here who look as normal as they come, and they're real bleeding psychos. When everyone's categorised, every bank manager looks the same in his pinstripe with his briefcase, and the social workers all wear kickers and like Aaron jumpers or whatever, and they've all got their own little certain sort of uniform, but they don't get picked out because it's an acceptable uniform.
Roy, I can't remember that ain't Roy. It's,
Could be Roy, I don't think that ain't Roy.
something that follows to it.
Well, I applied for the police force, and that all fell through due to one reason or another, and I applied for the fire brigade and sent off. Nothing. I applied for the army as well, but I mean, like, I had quite a good education, yeah, and they wouldn't take me as officer material, and they wanted to take me as cannon fodder. I was on the verge of taking 8 O-levels. Why should I be given the same rating as a guy who can't read and write?
Don't go sort of on top there. I don't know it's up to you, but I wouldn't have it done like a top. There's no point having it at the top of that. It don't like a show, does it? Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm working class. To a certain extent I am, due to the way I live and the area I live in. But when I come from a sort of the average middle class, semi-detached background, you know, my dad's a civil servant, I don't mind admitting it. You know, the mum sort of they go to church and everything. But you're not born into a class. You put yourself into what class you like. What colour should I put in the stars?
Green.
Green?
I think red, actually.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Show brighter than
Oh, you're chugging over right, Coach, yeah.
just red.
Yeah.
What about some blue ones, actually? You got any blue red? I like that blue. My parents want the best for me because it's just a natural protective thing to want the best for your own offspring, isn't it? And therefore they think I'm wasting myself. I mean, maybe I am. But I feel that's up to me. It's my own choice. I do what I like. I've got no worry about getting up for work and, oh, is my work up to standard? Will I get the sack? I mean, no one can put me down any further because I'm ready at the bottom, aren't I?
Come on.
Politics just holds no interest for me. I mean, obviously, I've been attacked for political reasons by like West Indians you think who've been mugged into it the same as everyone else. Like all geezers with long hair are commies and all geezers who are skinheads, they're like fascists. Got a lot in common with the blacks from the point of view of the fact we both get police pressure away and we both get spat on and we can't get jobs and we get kicked out of places. Them for their colour, which they can never change, right? And as for our appearance, which we can change. I mean, the strongest thing to be is male, white, middle class, and normal looking, isn't it? Because you've got it all in. People that go to all the duff matches, they're the ones who are true supporters. They're not true supporters. I'm not going to see football anyway. What'd you go for? Fucking pay £2 have a row, go halfway up the country or pay something. Well, you've got to walk round the corner, haven't you? To the nearest pub and slap someone. No, my fault, you're sticking that right there. Oh. Sit here. Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe you slept.
Welcome to your next door home, son.
Oh, yeah. It's different, isn't it?
Different, yeah. Stage is a blinder.
Where is the stage?
That's what I mean, look. See that film with Red Tape on it?
Yeah.
Goes back, that's our stage. You've got to be on the carpet, right?
It's nice, I mean, I was expecting this in about 5 years' time or something.
What's the point? Yeah, they're about 6 years. All the rest of them fucking big arguing around the side, right? They're too scared to fucking dance. They used to get bashed.
Oh, alright, yeah.
Yeah. All the fucking local mob around here, right? They're all wankers. They won't even fucking step foot out of under there. Yeah, but there's all geezers written they like us, right? So it's like that. Anyway, right?
Dance? Hey, dance, you can't. Hey, John, I'll go to Hey, you can't dance. So silly Casamaro.
All geezers dance, right? There's a load of fucking bankers, right? We're shouting for us and they ain't dancing. Full of shit. Granny, John.
Oi, John, don't forget about Thursday.
I'll try and be there, right?
Fine, I'll leave some back up there, try and fucking get it done.
Okay.
Wanna come down? Randy Torrance. With you in one. You didn't hear I was bisexual, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Put coronation shade on every day. You politicians along this way. Make it legal for pubs to close. And every entrance to all street shows. And run and a parole create more jumps so there's less on the door. 1, 2, 3, 4! Well, they shot Davis for an hour, but the other two in an SF bar. Fabrics worker used his coat, get the red perch off of his balls. Coronation on every day. You policies settle on this pay. Make it legal for pubs to close. And that'll bring interest to all shit shows.
Oi, you cunts! Oi!
Hold it! leave it out, right? We're all skinheads. We're not going to fight fucking anybody else but skinheads, right? We're not going to fight skinheads, right? Just leave it out, you fucking wanker! Ow!
Darren! Darren!
Not skinheads versus skinheads! Skinheads stick together!
Fuck the difference, you're all skinheads.
Yeah, we're all fucking skinheads, so don't fight each other!
What's the fucking
right?
You're all thick or something?
Bad enough everybody else against us, let alone skinheads versus skinheads! That's fucking poxy, right? Skinheads stick together! Listen!
Everyone hates us, let's fucking hate
We're
us.
okay, so stop fighting and stick together. Don't matter who you support.
People used to have pride in this country in Victorian times and all that, and now we're just nothing, you know what I mean? Great Britain shouldn't be Great Britain, it should be pathetic Britain. We're nothing, you know what I mean? We're patriotic, you know what I mean? To their own, you know what I mean? Most of them are just content to sit by and let this country slip down. We're living 40 years in the past, you know? Because we ain't got the bottle to face something like 1982. But I mean, like, people in a situation, you know what I mean, when they're in panic will follow anybody that stands up and they feel is strong, you know what I mean? And, like, it will come to this situation sort of when this three-party system's going to collapse, you know what I mean? And people will be looking for a new thing to follow, and certain people will move in.
This is 1982. It won't be any better for you. You won't get a job anywhere, not unless you grow your hair. There's nothing here for me and you, not in 1982. The national debt will amount to billions. More police attention, more enforced detention. All of this is nothing new, not in 1982.
With John down there with John with a...
Apprentice hairdresser. Fancy that. Butcher's improver.